security does not equal rent. I'm John from the Landlord Protection Agency. Have you ever had a tenant ask you if they may use the security deposit for a month's rent because they happen to be short that month? It's a very common thing that happens to landlords, and many landlords are caught off guard and don't know what to say. And often they allow the tenant to skip a month's rent and let them use the security deposit as rent. Now, why is this a problem? It's a problem because now the landlord doesn't have any security deposit left. What happens the next month when the tenant doesn't pay? Or what happens if the tenant can never catch up and they leave and you have no security deposit left to pay for the damages or other unpaid charges from the tenant? So you don't want to give up the security deposit because the tenant can't pay. So of course, most leases, including the Landlord Protection Agency lease, don't allow the tenant to use the security deposit. So when a landlord says it's okay, because the tenant will ask anyway if they're short money, when the landlord says it's okay, you're breaking your own lease. You're allowing the tenant, condoning the tenant to break the lease. Very bad. You don't want to do that. Let the tenant know if they're going to break the lease, they don't have the rent, there are going to be late fees, and there are going to be attorney's fees because you'll be forced to begin eviction. You are not allowed to use the security deposit as rent. By law, that security deposit is to be kept in a separate escrow account. And you're not allowed to touch that. That is only to be given back to the tenant when they leave. And that's what we tell tenants who ask for their security deposit. That money cannot be touched until they leave because it's their money and we intend to give it all back to them or pay for damages with it. That's why we don't touch it during the tenancy. Let your tenants know that. Next time they ask to use the security deposit, let them know, I'm very sorry. We're going to have to begin eviction if you can't pay the rent. I'm so sorry because we can't touch the security deposit until you leave. Okay, that's the security deposit is not rent. Good luck, and don't let your tenants touch the security deposit. Have a great day. Thanks.